Hello, fans and pans, internet people out there in TV on the computer land. This is your group, GGameKnights. That don't math check that acronym. And we're here tonight with another episode of Wildspace. And in just a moment, we'll go over what happened last time and where we left off. But real quickly, just wanted to go over a few brief announcements. First is we have a new tipping page, which you can see in the things below us. It's just, if your bits aren't your thing, you can do tips, and we get messages and stuff through that. So that's another fun way to help us out. But most of my news is about content. This Saturday, we have Survivors Complex once again. They just got out of a hairy situation last time, and we're going to pick up again where they left off, and in the ashes, in the blood from what happened last time. Next Monday, a week from today, at this same time, we're going to have the next session of Apocrypha, where also a lot of things are kind of moving and shaking. There's a lot. Oh, actually, no, that was a lot of blood. And actually, no, a lot of blood that time. Forgot what just happened. So definitely see the aftermath of that, because it's going to be rampagey. And then perhaps most exciting of all, a week from this Thursday, we're starting a brand new campaign GM'd by Lindsay, who is, I don't know where she is in relationship to me, but she's somewhere on this page with me, right? Okay, yeah, they're pointing, so I'm going to trust on them. So what I would do if I were you is get on early, so you don't have to stress out about catching up later on. It'll be, and a lot of great players are going to be in there. But yeah, it should be good. Should be really, really good. But that's all I've got for announcements right now. So let's get into it. And would someone like to? I know, blood. Would someone like to recap on what happened last time on Wildspace?
Well, I can do it as per usual, unless someone else wants to step up to the plate. So, where we left things off last time, we found the ladies had re-emerged from their dive into the facility. They were just heckin' covered in those heckin' worms, and got that mostly taken care of. They did come back with the data node that we needed. So while Rosh and Bolster were attending to their medicinal needs, Vincent got to work on decoding those and figuring out the audio files, figuring out where the missing crew members went. Based on what was found, it sounds like something or someone was attacking them at this facility, and they fled to the temple, which we now have the coordinates for. We handed out weapons, everyone got some cool new toys. We figured out that the worms made people weaker, and that it kind of counts as a disease or a poison. So we've got a few people cured. Some of us are still a little bit under the weather from that. Let's see. We also learned that the people working here are a subsidiary of Ocelot, the big evil mega corporation that most of us are not a fan of. Let's see, we got to the thing where Vincent just spawned an item. You can go back and watch for the birth of that thing. But it is a Kraken cloak that will allow our hydrophobic Genasi cleric to swim, breathe underwater, all that good stuff. We found out that Pace hid the heckin' book, and that it has been growing, and it has been doing her a hurt with her mechanical hand. And so we barely got it back contained on the ship. Lots of us took a few hits from that. What else? Yeah, after that we found the temple. We found we couldn't actually land near it, so we came back to the base, took the hovercrafts, went on a bit of a road trip through the swamp on that. And as we got there, as we started approaching, some of the party members noticed big, giant beams of light heading towards us. That's where we left things off.
That's trone want to add anything?
I would like to add my deep regret for not pass without a tracing us when we left. But that's all.
That's okay. Okay. Cool. So, let's get spicy. As these bolts of radiant energy course out through the darkness towards you, I need the drivers of the 3 vehicles to roll me flat d20s.
Oh, heck, I guess that's me.
Except for Vincent, who I will let use his Dex mod because of his experience with flying the ship.
Okay, well, that's still a 0.
So just, so yeah, just, la.
Yep. Can I Tides of Chaos that?
You can, yes.
Sticking
I
to
got
the
a
form
14.
of Tides of Chaos being the first roll every game.
Okay. All right.
That was only a little better. That's a 7 from me.
I can't Tides of Chaos, so that's still a 5.
And like I said, I got a 14.
Okay. All right.
All dead.
So, Pace, you turn your mud skipper to the side fast enough as these bolts fly just outside the driver window, and 2 bolts smack at the straight of the front of Rosh's vehicle, and 2 bolts smack into Vincent's as well. Let's see. Whew. Okay. So 31 points of radiant damage into Rosh's.
That's to the vehicle or
To the
us?
vehicle.
To the vehicle, yes.
Oh, God.
And roughly 30. So the fronts of both of your craft burst into flames, and you start to you lose propulsion, but you still have forward momentum, and you start skipping off the surface, and it's beginning to like slow down from the friction. Everyone in the ships gets jostled around quite a bit. Bolster, I don't know if you're anchored in. I think you said you were anchored in earlier.
I'm in my mech inside the boat. So
yeah. So you said the mech was anchored though, right? Or did you not say that?
I don't think I said that. I feel like I'm anchored as much as someone just sitting in the back of the boat. Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't say anchored at all.
Okay, then you probably just like fall loose, and you kind of pop out because you're like in the back. Gwen's sitting like in inside the cabin, so she's gonna jostle around. I think you just fall out and kind of like float on Samothy. Actually, roll me a dex save, as you try to like, suddenly you're in control of Samothy's, trying not to go straight into the water. Yeah, that'll do it. You pull
Rolled
up
a
before.
12.
Cool. There's a big delay when you talk from when I hear you. It's not too bad, but I always think you're muted for 2 seconds, and then I hear you.
I'll try and fix that.
Cool. So so you're going to be a little bit behind because you get thrown clear of the craft. Everyone else is much closer to the temple. Pace much more so because she has not lost her engine. Okay, so that was that. What do you all do? I'm going to start with Pace. And then
Sorry, go ahead.
No. Perfect.
I'd like to see what the heck just shot at us and see if there are any nefarious entities about.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
Ugh. That's
And then-
the opposite of what I wanted the roll to be.
All right. And what's your? I have your passive perception. I'll use that. I'll also refer to that.
Okay, well, here's
If I need to.
investigation. It's a big 11.
Okay. So up ahead, as you get closer, your dark vision allows you to see shapes near the entrance of the temple, and they move, they swivel back and forth, and you can barely kind of catch it in the dim light, but but you can kind of, because you saw what just happened, you intuit they are turrets.
Yeah, laser turrets. That makes sense.
Yes. So.
Is that my action to?
No, that's fine.
This? Can I shoot the laser turret?
With what?
You know.
And are you going to stop driving to do this, or?
I can't like one-handed it if I pull out the hydro cannon.
I mean, you could. It would be a disadvantage, though. I think.
Guess I'll just.
Because also, it's like
the best.
Okay. All right. Cool. Did you roll?
That's all I got. Oh no, I said I'd hope. Oh, yeah, sure, I'll roll.
Oh, you can. I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna use the hydro cannon to shoot at them all. Well, two of them.
The hydro cannon. I thought you were referring to your rifle. Hydro cannon, you're not close enough yet.
Well, never mind. That was a real good roll. That doesn't matter.
I can use that roll, though. That's fine. So 12 plus whatever your weapons mod thing is. Or
plus 8.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That'll do it.
Great.
Roll damage.
Okay, I will. Ignore that. There we go. 15 laser damage.
Okay, you send out another bolt right back at it, and you see some sparks fly up as you make contact with it.
Cool. I did my best, everyone.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to go to Vincent next, then, who's piloting his ship. What do you do as your ship begins to roll or been skid to a stop and eventually drown?
I look back, check to see how Bolster and Samathies are doing. I see that they're out but floating.
Yeah, he's pretty. Yeah, he's probably like 50, 60 feet back at this point.
Okay, I want to attempt to maneuver the craft towards a tree so that there are some roots that I could jump out onto.
Okay.
And then how close does that get me to the turrets?
You're probably about a double move away to be right next to them.
Okay.
But you're quite close. And also remember that you do have water walk, so you don't necessarily have to jump straight onto a root.
Mm-hmm. But I mean,
but for cover, it's good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, yeah, taking cover behind the tree, and then at this range, I'm just gonna poke my head out and try and pew pew a firebolt at, I guess at the one that Pace shot.
Okay.
That is a 12 to hit.
Yes, that will hit.
All
These
right.
are pretty large and not entirely mobile.
Okay, that is 8 fire damage.
All right, excellent. Yeah, so after the sparks kind of fly up, a bolt of fire smacks into it, and it's starting to crackle and burn on the right turret, we'll say. Okay, that'll bring us to Rosh next.
How fast are these speeders we're on going?
They're slowing down quite a bit. They're probably going to peter out about a double move away from where the turrets are.
Away from where the turrets are? Okay. Damn, I was going to see if I could crash it into the turret, but that's not going to work.
Pace, you can do that.
Yeah. In which case, I'm going to try to do something similar to what Vincent did and try to at least get us in a place where we could either jump out behind a tree or something coming out of the ground so we're not in exposed cover, and just kind of guide us that direction and try to jump out with Gwen.
Okay. Because you don't have the same type of piloting experience that Vince does, I'm going to have you do another piloting check to see how successful you are at this.
So just a D20?
Just a D20. Cool.
Any part of me could use my action to guidance myself if I'm not going to do anything else with my action this turn, or is this my action to move it?
That's fine. You can do that. You can guidance it. Reaching out to the heavenly body.
Help me, space Jesus. Okay, that's a 16.
All right, excellent. Yeah, that'll be do it. Plenty. You'll kind of veer off to the left behind a large cosp of trees that's all gnarled together, and kind of you spin around, kind of knocks up against the side a little roughly, but not violently, and you're able to. You have plenty of cover from where you are, and if you, I think even like some of the, because it's not totally frozen in time. I think some shots are peppering the tree on the other side, and it's like sending sparks on the other side of the trunk.
And if I can, with my bonus action, I look to Gwen and I just say, "Do something," and I throw a shield of faith on her.
Such a good reference. Self-reference.
And that's all I got.
Okay. Excellent. That's going to bring us to Gwen for right now, and then we'll go to Bolster.
Ooh. I pull out my sword and I say, what am I supposed to do with this?
I don't know. Hit them with it. You have a gun, don't you?
I think so. I don't really know how to use it. Sure, I'm gonna take out the pistol that I've just got and try to shoot at the turrets.
Do it.
I don't know what this gun does.
Probably lasers.
What? No,
Oh, do you
literally,
need me to tell you?
I don't know what I roll.
3D, just roll a weapons attack. Are you proficient with martial weapons? Ranged martial?
I'm proficient with simple and martial weapons.
But not ranged martial?
I'm proficient in crossbows, if that makes a difference. I don't know. 5e doesn't split between ranged and melee.
That's true.
Okay. Well, anyway, yeah, I'll say the crossbow applies. So, sure. Just roll me a regular weapons attack with dex.
Okay. That's a 9.
Good. What? Yeah.
Rolled a 2.
Yep. That's unfortunately, like, kind of reach out unused with this pistol. It's a little bit hard in the rain, and with your footing as you're standing on the water is kind of rippling underneath you, and it's hard for you to kind of get used to that. And you take a shot that arcs through the night, lights things up real pretty, but doesn't strike anything, unfortunately, anything important. But the gun feels real good. Okay. Bolster, what are you doing?
All right. Bolster is hovering in the air after having nearly flipped out of a boat in the rain. I want to see, like, how far away from everyone am I at this point?
You're a little ways back, but you can still get involved. You just gotta get Sam to move his little scooter.
Oh, Sam can move his little scooter.
All right.
In fact, Sam, I think Bolster's first move is going to be igniting the K2s. This is basically allowing Bolster to use a bonus action as a dash during his turn.
Sweet. That's awesome. Yeah. And I think Samothy's speed is like, what, 40 or something like that?
40, correct.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna say you catch up real quick, and you're kind of like, the lights on your on Samothy's lighting up the swamp as you like arc across it. Maybe a small little like contrail in the water behind you as you speed up behind everybody. You see one turret on fire, another one that is lancing out destructive blasts at Rosh and Gwen.
Gotcha. I'm going to fly up and kind of position myself behind and above Rosh and Gwen if I can, and then we are going to open fire.
Okay.
So going to shoot with Samothy's crossbow attack and my own, if they will roll. So that's Samothy's, or Bolster rolls 10 to hit, Samothy's rolls 22 to hit.
Samothy's will hit.
All right.
With that.
So
actually, no. They both hit. Sorry, I forgot their DCs or the AC's very low.
Gotcha.
Clink, clink.
So in that case, they both do 6 and 9 damage respectively.
Okay. Well, your respective damage hits into the. I'm going to say it hits into the damaged one, and I don't know if you can see this in the rain, but just to like show things behind the curtain, the bolts like get sliced through some wires that are like powering the turret on the right as they kind of like get messed up into the circuitry, and it powers down. as one turret goes dead. The other's still alive, though. We'll go back to Pace at this point.
Hi, that's me. So the other one is still sitting pretty,
It's sitting pretty, yeah.
looking like it's probably going to shoot us again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to... how close am I to it?
Within a move. Especially if you're still in your mud skipper, you can get there in a move.
Of course I am.
Yeah.
So I basically tell Captain to fly off of me.
Okay.
Like, go be safe. Be free. I don't want to crash this thing because what if we need it? So I'll try and shoot it again. If I'm close enough, I will try to use the Hydra cannon instead of the rifle.
Yeah, you can get close enough to that for that.
Great. Still disadvantage or no?
No, not for this because
Right.
yeah.
Okay. So first attempt, 22.
Sweet, that will be a hit.
Great. Second Hydra head is a 16.
Literally, you have to roll a natural one
Great.
to not hit these.
There we go. I'll just click them all then. Whee! So that's sad, but it's 8 lightning damage.
And it does a lot of damage because it is a machiner, and it
awesome?
does.
Oh,
It sparks, and I was
is it stunned?
Oh yeah, it might be.
Yes.
Let's roll. We'll just roll a flat d20 because it doesn't really have
So
constitution.
books don't make saving throws, but turrets do.
Yeah. What's the? Oh, it meets.
Ah,
Just real good design.
there.
Real good design.
Well, then I will just swoop my mud skipper in the line of it. Like, I guess I'll try and like curve it and like kick up water and like the side of the mud skipper. So if it shoots, it'll basically shoot the bottom of my mud skipper.
Okay, roll me a d20.
I will.
For driving.
I will roll you a d20. That's a 4.
Okay, so you turn to the side and just sideswipe into it, crunching into it, knocking the turret over, killing it,
Good thing I shot it first.
and potentially your mud skipper as well.
Well,
But hey,
Can I
no
do a
one knows that.
6-3-point
No one knows that you didn't mean to do that.
can I jump off and do like a 6 3-point landing on the water?
Sure. Give me a acrobatics check.
Acrobatics, yes!
Oh no, you were the only person I didn't cast it on.
15. Are you serious?
Just
Okay. 15.
sploosh.
Yes,
Sure,
oh no!
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You jump out, do a 3-point landing, and it looks very. I'm sure a mud skipper is like slams into it. It's behind you, and then.
And I lift up my arm so that captain can land back on my arm.
Okay. And he does. He's like. I don't know how to do captain. Yeah. All right. Excellent. So you all see that the turrets have been destroyed. Pace from where you are, you see not far behind the turrets are another few mud skippers, but these seem to have been scuttled. You see wires running out of the engines and into the turrets. Seems to be like spliced wires. You see, it looks like they were kind of retrofitted to power up these turrets.
Oh, great. Cool.
And roll me an intelligence check.
Guys, I'm so smart.
And the rest of you can see this, and you can approach whenever.
Oh, that's a 16.
Okay. It occurs to you, you remember hearing in the audio logs about them doing this, setting up security systems outside of the drop site or the dig sites. And as you kind of look around now that there's less activity, and especially with the fire of the mud skipper burning behind you, you see kind of floating in the water where you came from, basically, are charred mounds of plants like the Crete. Well, you don't know this. Never mind. You never saw them. Never mind. But I would say that Rosh,
Gators in the
Bolster, and Vincent will notice the charred mounds of these plant-like creatures that are floating, kind of look burned and charred as you kind of walk towards the temple, if you do.
Yeah, I'm definitely walking that way.
Yeah, let's. I'm behind Rosh, but very timidly so.
Can I go ahead and put my Crimson Right on my Kopesh while we're walking?
Sure. Go for it.
I do that.
All right. So, behind the turrets, behind the mud skippers, about, roughly 30, 40 feet away from you, you see an archway that seems to lead down into the temple.
I guess that's where we're expecting to find them, aren't we?
We're all gathered back together, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm assuming so.
Yep.
I think Bolster's like, hang on just a minute. What, like, were these turrets like automatically shooting at us, or was there someone actually in there firing at us? We got to know.
Oh.
I mean, if we're going into something worse.
Sorry. You guys can talk. Sorry, I'm going to think about something.
Are there any charred remains by the turrets?
Roll me an investigation check.
I will.
I'll help,
Okay.
That's a 10 on my part.
but with advantage because I'm
Oh,
helping.
right. Da. That's a 15.
You see no charred remains.
Huh. Maybe these were left over. Maybe they were automated or something.
If I remember right, in the logs that we listened to, they were scared of something. There was something that they mentioned that was attacking them or that they were worried about. Maybe this was meant to keep that thing out.
Hopefully not worse than eels that suck your
Well.
life out and make you sick.
Well, if we did just get rid of the protection, that's wonderful. That's great.
Do agree. I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace on all of us.
Okay.
Cleek? Cleek.
We should move quickly, though, because we don't know what condition they are in there. And Gwen, that spell lasts about another 9 minutes, so we should probably move quickly.
Quickly and quietly.
Okay. So
All right.
you, how about you all roll me stealth checks, and then if you could all give me a marching order. The hallway is too wide at least, so if you want, you don't have to go in single file if you don't want to. But I kind of just want to say single file for simplicity, because we don't want to have to.
Okay.
It's up to you.
So,
And also, there's only 5 of you, so.
so Bolster,
one
you
was-
rolled with disadvantage. Is that on purpose?
No.
Okay, so
Oh,
you're
wait,
still...
yes, it was actually. I'm wearing armor that I'm not proficient in.
Cool. So I got a total of 29.
Okay. So, all right. So, yeah, plus the 10. So, Bolster, you're at 22. Read off your rolls, please. With the plus 10.
I'm at 19.
18.
Nice.
21 with disadvantage.
Hey!
Pretty good about.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
You're welcome. All right. So, you all make your way down the stairway. And at the end of the hallway, there's like a corridor that's about 50 feet long. And as you're walking, you see at the end of it a pale light that seems to be winking in and out. And as it does, it sends flashes of kind of violent looking shadows clawing the ways across the walls before they plunge back into darkness. But you all move silently and deftly as, water is kind of trickling in around you and at your feet, but you manage to walk in kind of the dry spots and avoid making too much noise. And there's a lot of ambient noise as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to move over here. No! Yes.
So I don't know what marching order we decided, but I would like Pace to lead and be doing some trackage and look
Okay.
for humanoid tracks and where they went and hopefully where they congregated.
Okay.
And I believe Bolster and Samathes want to kind of take up the rear if we can.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick to the front with Pace.
Okay.
Vincent will be towards the back.
I'm
Okay.
going to be as close to the front as I can with the two of them in front of me, I guess.
Okay, so Rosh, you're mid. All right, cool. All right. So, Pace,
Yes.
it doesn't take you long to see trackage of humanity.
Great.
If that was indeed what you were looking for. So you see a wide rectangular room open up as you approach the end of the corridor. And as you look in, you see across the walls, not. I think probably for a moment you feel a little bit of a pang of emotion because across the walls you see pictograms that are lining all the walls and the ceilings and strange patterns on the floor. And it does remind you of something you've seen not that long ago. It's a very different style, though. And kind of throughout the room, you see things of a much more modern design. You see cold portable heating generators not in operation. You see some quick tents that have been thrown up in haste. You see some sleeping bags, but on the tents and bags and on the walls and ceilings, you see spatters of blood, blaster burns, but no bodies. Throughout the walls, you see wires and ancient interfaces. And with your passive perception, you also notice on the opposite wall two things. Well, on the wall, one thing, a slagged gold forged, which is half melted into the wall. And then further down the room, you see yet another archway that seems to lead down, and you can hear what sounds like the faintest singing above the dripping ambient noises of this cold, dank temple.
Okay. Should I know what a gold forged is?
It's like a war forged, but it's gold.
But it's gold. Okay, great. So there are no bodies. Are there any drag marks of like bodies being drugged?
Give me a survival.
I will. It relates to humanoids, so do I have advantage? It's a 17 if I don't have advantage.
There's certainly humanoids involved, so go ahead and have advantage.
Thanks. It's a 21.
Cool. You only needed a 13.
Great.
Yeah, you see drag marks heading towards that direction of the other corridor that you saw in the direction of the singing.
Does anyone else hear that singing? I want to make sure I'm not
I don't know if we do.
Yeah, it's a good question. How about everybody give me actually what's all y'all's past perception? Let me look at it real quick.
I think Rosh's is the same as mine.
I got some.
Rosh's has the most, actually.
Oh, there we go. Never mind.
So I think everyone but Vincent
Sad.
hears it. But yeah, well, oh, never mind. We'll do that in a second. So yeah. Everyone but Vincent hears it.
Yeah, I do hear it.
Yes.
That's disconcerting.
Just wanted to make sure I was not hearing things. It looks
y'all-
like bodies were drugged this way, so.
Y'all, I've been meaning to talk to you about something that I think we should probably get out of the way before.
Now?
Yeah, right now. What's our purpose for like completing this mission? We want the money, right?
Saving people.
Well, obviously
Why don't
saving
both?
people, but we are in business here to make money, and these people aren't doing something that's necessarily the most legal thing, digging in this place. We could stand to make a fair amount of money if we deliver these folks over to the Galactic Concord. And also we'd be working against Ocelot, who we know has been trying to take us down anyway. It's just something to think about. We don't have to make the decision right now, but if we find these people and they're alive, like, they are criminals, and the Concord would probably... it would be a good friend to have, the Concord. Because, Ocelot's on our back. We don't want to have the Galactic Concord on us as well.
Well,
you're
you're not wrong, Bolster. I think it's something that we can talk about once we discover whether or not there's even anyone alive in this temple.
There are 6 people alive in this temple.
I certainly agree with you, though, Bolster. I think that's a conversation we should have.
All right.
I
I just wanted to get that out of the way.
Because we don't know for how much longer those 6 people are going to be alive.
Exactly.
That's true.
For what it's worth, and I kind of shift my weight and put my bow on my other arm and heft my rifle. I am also not a friend of the Concord. I have done illegal things. Just something else to think about.
Oh, really?
Yes,
I didn't know
Bolster.
this
I look at
about
him
you.
very pointedly. Yes, Bolster. I have done illegal things. Like steal property.
Again, conversation for a
smuggle.
later time. We really... people dying, and I don't know how much longer the spell's going to last, and that feels like a waste of a spell slot.
We can talk about who the Concord loves and doesn't love after we make sure these 6 people get out alive.
Yep. I'll just turn right around and start leading again.
Sure. Vincent, roll me a D100.
Yep.
No!
Oh, God.
But I may need the advantage later, guys.
Don't
Free
hurt us.
healing for everyone.
That's an 87
I
to
feel like
our
these-
custom surge table.
Do these get worse as they go up
Okay.
in number, or is it totally random?
Roll me
feel like
a
we
D5. Hold on, let me roll me D5. Yep.
Am I not a potential target?
I'm including you.
It's fine. Okay.
I'm including you.
That's a 3.
Okay. Boom. Pace.
Oh, good.
It's fine.
Turns around to start leading again, and
You take a step, and where your second step is expecting you to push off the ground with your first, you don't feel the floor, and you begin to float in the air.
I probably say some choice words.
You can
Okay.
fly, you can fly, you can fly,
So-
you can fly, you can
So
fly.
I'm gonna look up fly.
I can fly. Oh, I thought I was levitating.
Nope.
Yep.
You can fly, which for up to 10 minutes.
What a horrible place to be able to fly.
What
You
in
have a-
the actual?
You have a flying speed of 60 feet
Whoa.
for 10 minutes.
It's just the fly spell on you at no spell slot cost.
I look at Vincent.
I don't know. This does feel like one of them things, but you're okay, right?
I look at
Okay.
Captain, who's apparently, I assume, flying around near us.
Yeah. And as you look at Captain, you may not notice you feel strange already,
Uh-huh.
but everyone else sees a sight even stranger as what looks like a third horn begins to grow out of your head in the center, straight out about maybe 7-8 inches, and then it falls out and clatters onto the ground with a metallic clink, clink, clink. And at your feet lies a dagger.
I look at Vincent again.
That one wasn't me, though. It seems a bit like how that cloak came to be.
How did the cloak come to be?
We'll talk about the details of that later, but
Great.
How did the cloak come to be, Vincent?
I may have sort of.
I'm going to prod the dagger with my metallic mitten.
Okay. You slide it
I'm
around
still-
on the ground.
I'm still upset about the fact that your arm is messed up now.
I know. So am I.
Months of work.
We'll fix it. We'll fix it. I pick it up.
Okay.
Did anything bad happen?
Hold on. No, nothing bad happened. You see in your hand an exquisitely crafted dagger with a fine dark edge. And as you're holding the weapon, feels like the ambient noise begins to soften in your ears slightly.
I don't like these. Vincent, take these.
Okay, and I will hold on to it for now.
Okay.
I'm assuming I just find it funny if Pace was just like kind of rotating in the air, like trying to fly. Cause
Yeah, it's like Thor in the beginning of Ragnarok. Just
yeah,
like, here you go. Wait, I'll get you another way around.
exactly. I'm like, no.
All right, I'm gonna put this in Vincent's inventory then. Probably not going to take the time to attune to it now, I imagine. But
No.
We should keep going. Hold on. Okay.
I'm like,
You'll be able to
like-
just kind of think about flying, and you'll fly that way.
I'm not used to thinking about flying.
I like batting
Pretend you're
Pace like a
captain.
beach ball, like trying to keep her upright.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
okay,
And I'll
all
leave.
right. So you begin to swim through the air. No, I think give me a. We'll just give me a dex check. I want to see how quickly, or acrobatics check. We'll do that again.
Great.
See how quickly you take to this.
Click and click. That's a 7.
Not very quickly.
Yep.
You're a bit ungainly.
I like keep trying to like go down and like jump because I'm like I can jump.
Yeah.
This is so weird. I'm like mid jump.
I think you switch between trying to kick off the air and wade and dog paddle and like all sorts of things that you're trying, and it's just it's a little ungainly, but you can still get the speed. It just doesn't look very graceful.
Totally for this.
So
Captain
everyone,
Butt's
it's like I don't know her. So yeah, you all make your way towards the corridor. I'm going to roll forward all of your stealth checks. So let me get these notes back
So
up.
keeping a wary eye out, also for traps.
Eye out for traps. Okay. Give me an active perception check.
I will do that. It's a 15.
Okay. So you make your way down the stairs, and these stairs are slick with dripping water, lead further and further down. The waters are pooling across and dripping over, cascading like a small little waterfall, spilling over the lip. But what seems like a long way down, as the sound of singing grows louder and louder. Vincent, you're very aware of this before. If you probably were right when you got to the entrance, but now you're acutely aware of it. You see a very dim light emanating from the room on the other side. You don't. You're at the angle you are. You only see about 15 feet into the room. But if you go down all the way, you'll see a lot more. Is anyone doing anything before that point?
I'm just tracking and keeping an eye out for badness.
Okay. All right. So you go down first.
Yep.
And lots of things to see. This is going to be a little dense, so bear with me. So you get opened up into a round room, which is roughly 100 feet in diameter, with a ceiling of 40 feet. Towards the back of the room, slips into darkness. You can hear the sound of rushing water. Above you on the ceiling is a large mesh of golden bands that are bent in intricate patterns, arcane symbols inscribed along the crisscrossing bars. And the little light that's in the room is able to pass through. It glints off a strange-looking stone, bulbous, postuled, and volcanic. Beneath the golden ceiling is a round pool, roughly 30 feet across. Surrounding it are columns, glinting with many more golden pictograms. And alongside each are several gold forged figures standing motionless. Hanging from the columns by golden manacles are dozens of desiccated corpses dressed like the corpses you saw in the mess hall. And by the way, I'm explaining a lot of this because Pace's passive perception is really, really good. So, and I think, Rosh, you see all this too. Some of the details might be murky for the people behind you, but you get the gist of this. You see a few of the forms hanging, weakly wriggling, suspended over the pool, which ripples with 6 inches of blood. In the center of the pool is a figure dancing and singing. Glittering gold jewelry swinging as she moves with a grace made grotesque as she kicks up sprays of gore, pirouetting, dancing in the darkness.
Wow!
I, well, sure wish I'd talked to Rosh about some things before this moment, but I freeze in the air.
It's Chronic Upper's new groove.
I kind of like, I think if we're coming down of a stairwell, right? I don't know if I can reach both sides. I like kind of spider scuttle back to like make sure no one else comes into any sort of light. Is there any light source in this room?
Very, very dim from the columns themselves.
Okay. Then I'll just hold on to the side of the corridor, little hallway stairwell that we're in.
Okay.
Freeze. And wait for everyone else to catch up, I guess.
Yeah, everyone's there.
Okay, great.
Did I see the woman in the pool?
I think you can, yeah.
Is my spell still on Gwen?
Yeah.
It was 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think it's only been like 5 minutes, maybe.
Let's go now. We have to save them.
So some of them are alive, right? You said some were wriggling? Cool.
Which isn't the same thing, but yes.
Well,
Wait.
I'm assuming that they're alive.
Yeah.
Hoping.
Yeah.
Because I was torn. I was like, maybe they're alive. Maybe there's some air
No,
current.
I'm just being a DM jerk right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
they're
great.
alive.
Great.
I'm already starting to move forward.
Rosh, if I distract her, can you get them down?
I can try.
Okay. I turned into a werewolf and I charge into the room.
I'm also
Okay.
going to leap into the air with Captain.
Okay.
I'm circling around to the other side. Try to.
As you step into the room, the columns begin to burn brightly, and a a deep bright red begins to flood the room, and the figure stops dancing and singing turns. I'm not gonna stop you in motion, by the way. I'm assuming you're still hauling butt towards her. So she turns, and in the darkness you see a golden eye kind of flaring in her. She kind of looks over her shoulder at you. She's a tall one. She's probably maybe 7 or 8 feet tall. As you kind of get close and like you perspective starts to make more sense. You don't realize that she was a lot farther away than you thought. Yeah. So unless anyone wants to change course of action, I'm going to roll initiative then. Okay. All right, cool. So let's roll initiative.
So scared.
Let me hold on. Let me pull up. Let me get my steps in order. So turn order is up. I can close that. I don't need that. Now I need to find the battle music. 75%. Whoa. That's a little intense.
I liked it.
Is that okay? That volume? Okay.
Like it.
Okay. All right. So,
Some good initiatives.
yeah. So, let's move Hoy to the. And I'll call out your initiatives for the lovely listening audience.
I rolled a 23.
Sorry. Go ahead.
14. I didn't realize it was next. Sorry.
16.
17.
22.
Yes, girl.
Okay.
That makes narrative sense. I love this. High five, Gwen.
Well done. Yeah. Let's do this. Cool. Let's start this with pace.
Okay, so first, I'm going to pull out my bone longbow that I made, knock one of Bolster's hammerhead arrows that he made, and attempt to shoot it.
Okay.
Oh, this makes me so happy.
So I have advantage because she hasn't gone yet, but I have disadvantage because of the hammerhead arrow, so it's just a straight roll.
Sounds good.
Okay. Please be good. No, a 12!
Yeah, you send out the arrow, and as she turns, she kind of turns her to the side.
I'm so hurt. Well, Captain's gonna try and hurt her.
Okay.
He does a swoop. And he rolls a 20.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, that will hit.
Great. He's gonna skewer her with his beak for 9 piercing.
Okay. Does when you're at 5th level as Ranger, does your beast's attacks count as magical?
I don't believe so.
Okay. His beak rakes across her, and he kind of shakes as he flies off, confused. It seems as if he did nothing.
Good. I'm gonna double check about that, but I don't want to hold anybody up.
Well,
Great.
yeah. Well, just remember 9 piercing. If it
Yeah. So
doesn't.
he flies off,
Okay.
and he has flyby, so he doesn't provoke opportunity attacks.
Cool.
And I'm just also swooping in.
Okay. All right. Do you not have 2 attacks at 5th level as a Ranger?
Nope, not with the revised ranger.
Yeah.
The beast gets another attack if they use their reaction.
Right.
But since
Okay.
he did nothing, I'm just gonna have him leave.
Okay. All right. That'll bring us to Gwendolyn.
It me. Did I have time to fully transform as I ran in?
Yeah. That's I love this idea of you running forward in your high elf form, and as you're turning, and these like I don't know if you run on all fours, but
If I'm running real fast.
yeah.
So I want to run at her. If I can
Okay.
get to her. That's where I said I was going.
What's you got intense jumpings, don't you? Is that just pace?
Mad hops. No,
I
she got mad hops as a
have-
friend.
Something. I'm
know you have
a
mad hops.
werewolf?
I'll say that. Yeah. We'll just say
I don't know.
You can just manage to get right up to her.
Awesome. Then I would like to take my Kopesh
Okay.
that I have now and swing it at her twice because I do get extra attack at 5th level.
Okay.
Yay! So I go to swing once. That's a natural 20
Nice.
on the first one. So I'll go ahead and roll my damage. I guess
That's sick.
I just roll it twice.
Jeez Louise.
There's 1, so that's crap damage. And then I'll roll a d8 again. And then 2 more lightnings.
There's lots of dice on this weapon, viewers.
Oh my gosh.
Lots of dice.
I'm just gonna click it again, just ignore the first slashing one. So that is 12 slashing damage, 6 lightning damage, and 4 cold damage for the first one.
Let's see.
Oh wait, plus because I'm in my werewolf form, I have so many numbers. I'm so sorry. Plus half my proficiency bonus rounded down, so plus one more.
Okay, just read out the totals of just the whole thing, because they're. You notice that your damage types don't seem to react bad or better than normal. So just you don't need to separate by type. Just tell me the total number.
23.
23. Woo, nice hit. And that's just your first hit, right?
Yes.
All right.
Rawr.
Jeez, nice.
I do it again. Well, that's a 12 on the second one.
Okay, so you strike into her, and she looks at you in shock. She stands a little bit taller than you, like even in your werewolf form. But you slash into her side, and she kind of grunts and gets down close to your level. And you try to pull it out and like swing at her again. She grabs your wrist with hands that are covered in these golden taloned gauntlets, and she says something to you in a language you do not know. But Bolster, what's your range on comprehending languages?
You know, I think it's just anything that I can hear.
Anything you can hear? Okay. Yeah. Well, what you hear is like,
you wield my brother's blade. He too tried to wield it against me. Do you think you will fare better?
And yeah, that's what you hear. So, okay, so that's you. Do you have any bonus actions?
I do have one bonus action that is a new thing that I just got that I want to use. I'm going to use my bonus action to do my Blood Maledict, and I want to do Blood Curse of Mutual Suffering. As a bonus action, I link... It's a scary thing. I link myself to a creature within 30 feet of me for up to a minute, forcing them to share in the pain they inflict on me. The next time the cursed creature damages you, this curse deals necrotic damage to it equal to half the damage that I suffered. Just one time. Just one time. Just the next time. Not forever.
All right. Interesting. All right.
And I'm going to amplify it. So I'm going to take a D4 of damage and say the curse deals damage equal to the damage that I suffered and ignores necrotic resistance.
So do I need to roll save for that, or does it just like happen?
Nope, it just happens.
Holy God.
Just once. It's just the next time they hit me.
Yeah,
it's
but,
sick.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What do you think? Do you think that this thing would have any idea? Like, I don't want to like meta. Like, do you think they have any idea what this is? I guess that's up to me.
Yep, I feel like that's sort of up to you. I mean, probably.
Right, I'll roll for them, because they would be familiar with things in this area. So I'm just gonna roll. I'm gonna set it kind of high though, because like, yeah, she just has a straight D20. I'm gonna say she has to beat a 15. Yeah, no, she doesn't know what happened to her. So
I feel like the real question is, do you like yell it out when you do it like an anime, like blood curse of mutual suffering, and it's just like what?
I do now. No, it's blood magic.
Okay, and as you say that, the blood in the pool at your feet begins to tendril up around you and her, kind of in this joint, this mesh that seems to like orbit around both of you. So yeah, that's amazing, is what that is. All right, so hush, it's okay, bud. They're doing great. So next, we're going to do a legendary action.
Yay!
As this thing is wrapping around her, like her eyes grow wide, and she doesn't understand what's happening, and she melts into a cloud of blood, and pulls out of the way of you and moves away from you about 20 feet, still within the pool, breaking your range, and then she rematerializes. The blood curse is still active. She doesn't know that yet, but she thought she might break it.
It's like Moira ghosting.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so that's going to bring us to Bolster.
All right, I think Bolster is specifically going for the people on the pillars, the ones that look alive, probably right alongside Rosh. But I think the image that I want is for him to like pop open the cockpit of Samathes and kind of hang off the side of the mech, and then like jump onto the top of the pillar and attempt to start like breaking the chains as best he can. He'd probably whip out a scimitar and start whacking at it, and then Samathes would probably fly to the next one closest and do the same thing.
Okay. Sure. Roll me attacks for both of you. Bud.
All right.
I need to get him out here.
So for the stream, Bolster rolled 13 to hit, and Samathes rolled 21 to hit.
So both of those hit. Roll me damage for both. Did you read them out for the audience? I assume
yes,
you
I
did.
did.
Okay.
Yes.
So yes. All right. So the chains seemed resilient so far, but you are hacking away at them.
All right.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I got.
All right. Excellent. So Vincent, that'll bring us to you.
Okay, I would like to start by moving closer to the pool. Do I notice, do the Golden Warforged look like they're doing anything, or do they just look like they're statues?
They're doing nothing right now.
Okay. I'm going to start by calling out to the woman and using one of my features. I'm going to use my Silver-Tongued feature. So when you take the attack action on your turn, you can replace one attack with an attempt to deceive one humanoid you can see within 30 feet of you that can see and hear you. Make a Charisma Deception check contested by the target's Wisdom Insight check. If the check succeeds, your movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks from the target, and your attack rolls against it have advantage. Both benefits last until the end of your next turn or until you use this ability on a different target.
Is this a magical thing?
No. This is one of the things I got from leveling up.
Okay.
Power of
So
his
it is
charisma.
for her.
Okay. So
What's up, girl? How you doing? I see
It
you
is
shining.
for her.
all right, go for it. Well,
All
actually, roll. Well, no. Roll me inside check before you do that.
Insight, okay. That's a 9.
Okay. Never mind. Go ahead. Go for it.
Okay, I'm just gonna try and call out to her and say, hey lady, over here! I got something to say to you! That's a natural 20 for a 31 deception.
Okay. That's an excellent roll.
I actually look over. What?
Dang.
She looks over at you, confused.
And that's all I'm gonna say until the end of my next turn, because that is my action. And I don't have Quickened spell yet, so I'm just gonna kind of stand there and keep waving my arms at her to distract her.
Okay. So, all right. So let me get a quick get beat on where everyone is. So Pace, you're flying around above the pool or something around the pool.
Yeah, presumably I don't know how high I am, but if I have a speed of 60 feet, I'm probably at least 60 feet up.
It only goes up 40 feet, but yes.
Well, I'm in the ceiling,
in the ceiling. So you're
35 feet
near
up.
Through.
near the Golden Gate.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. Because great. Why not?
Why not? Pace has got a great track record of decisions.
Yep.
No, I'm kidding. This is again. I can't. It's just me being a DM jerk. It actually is. May not mean anything.
It may not.
Okay, and Van, you're kind of at the edge of the pool. We're standing by one of the columns. Okay, so everyone is like at the edge of the pool or in the pool, correct? At this point. Okay.
Bolster is
Captains.
on top of.
You're on top of the columns that are
Yeah.
circling the pool. Yeah.
I'm still running up, but that's the
Okay.
direction I'm heading.
Yeah, I think you're a little bit far away for what's going to happen, Rosh. As she takes another blasphemous or another word. It's another legendary action. It says a blasphemous word, a dirty, dirty, dirty word. I need everyone but Rosh to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh.
Call out your rolls.
I rolled a 13.
Bolster rolled a 21.
9.
Okay. So, Pace and Gwen, this word racks you. You feel like your bones hurt. Like, and you hurt. Like, I think Pace, you start to kind of like lose your altitude a little bit. Both of you are stunned until the end of this creature's turn, which doesn't make a difference. And wouldn't have made a difference anyway because Rosh was the only one who can go next. But I just want you to know that that's going to happen. And I need to spend those things.
Great.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Just a quick question.
Yep.
What did the word mean? Like, what was the word?
Oh gosh, you know, you hear. Oh shit! I can actually do something here. I wasn't ready for that. The word is something foul to do with someone or something named Volhai.
Okay.
Okay. Which is going to bring us to Rosh.
All right. So Bolster and Samathes are each hacking at one of these. Is there a third person, or is it just the two people that are writhing and trying to get free?
Your passive is really high, so you can see about 6 that are kind of like, now that everyone's entered the room, they're beginning to wriggle much more quickly.
Okay. Also, as I'm running forward, which I am doing, do they actually look alive, or am I seeing like am I getting the sense that these might be undead creatures?
The one closest to you doesn't seem to be undead.
Okay.
We'll say that.
Then I'm just booking it at that person. I guess if all I can do is double dash towards them because I only have a 30 movement speed.
Okay. We'll say that you can get close of one. And they're not all on the opposite side of the pool. Like,
Okay.
You can get towards one so you can try to get one down.
All right. If I guess the best way I can is just to whack it with my spear or something and trying to break the chains, unless I see any other way to just unhook the chains or something.
Not from the chains. As you get close, you see that they are on the other side, being held by these gold forged, and kind of a frozen grip.
Shit. Okay. Yeah. I'm just all I can do is try to break it. So I'm going to rush over and I'm just going to hit it with my spear because that's all I can do right now.
Okay. Roll me an attack.
All right.
And
That's a
damage.
19.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Piercing damage.
Awesome. So you slam down into it, trying to like maybe get in between the links, kind of get some leverage and try to snap them open. You're working on it.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else?
Nope. That's all I can do this turn.
Okay. All right. So, the woman draped in gold and blood looks out over you all and begins to cast an incantation. And
I'm going to counterspell it.
okay, all right, give it a shot.
Yes, boy. Yes, boy.
Can you roll it?
Yep. Yeah, I don't. Okay, so if it's 3rd level or lower, it fails and has no effect. If it's casting the spell at 4th level or higher, I make an ability check.
Okay.
Where the DC is 10 plus the spell's level.
Give me a charisma check then, right?
Yes. I'm gonna
Do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna Tides of Chaos that.
Yeah, boy.
Because that was an 11. Come on, something better. That's much better. 17.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So as she begins to cast this thing, you see bubbling in the pool, shapes beginning to writhe up and reach out and crawl up the legs of Gwen. Small creatures, the blood creatures, but Vent reaches out with his magic, begins to quickly dismember this spell and like breaking the lines of the weave. And it's stronger than he thought it was at first, but he compensates and manages to throw off her incantation just enough where they begin to crawl up your legs and then back into the blood.
Lady, that wasn't very nice. I said pay attention to me, gosh dang it.
All right. And then she looks at you and one thing that she can do is rising once again from the blood, a massive scythe shows up behind her and begins to raise up into the air, held by a oozing blood arm, and then seems like she's going to strike at you, but she doesn't. Not at you. She is going to roll something real quick. Pardon. And over the person that Bolster, as you're like beating on this chain, this bloody scythe goes at the person just beneath you, and the throat opens up and begins to fill the pool.
Oh no! Come on, no.
All right, and that is her turn. So that will bring us to Pace, who is stunned.
Yep. Wait, am I still stunned, or was it to the end of her turn?
It was to the end of her turn. Thank you for reminding me. Yep, you can move. So you managed to like get your wits back, and yeah. All right.
Great.
Continue.
So I'm gonna have Captain, since he is useless. No offense, Captain. He's going to go and try and bust some chains open for some folks, and maybe ferry them to safety.
Okay.
That's what he's doing. Meanwhile, I am going to try to shoot her with the Hydra Cannon.
Okay.
There's one. 24.
Yep. Hit.
And 2. 12.
No.
And 11.
No. One hit.
Great. That's why does that say? Oh, okay. Well, whatever. It's 5 lightning damage.
All right.
Shoot, I should have hunter's marked. Oh well. It's
Is she a humanoid for your favorite enemy?
I doubt it. I think she's undead, but is she humanoid?
You can try casting it on her.
No.
Oh,
like
no.
it's-
Oh, yeah.
it-
Yeah. I'll take it.
Okay, so that's 7 damage.
Oh, yeah. Also, she would need to be humanoid for my silver tongue thing to have any effect.
Gotcha. I'm assuming she also needs to speak your language, right?
It doesn't specify that, just says can see and hear you.
But if it's just a deception check, like they'd have to understand. If I would say I'm just going to interpret it that way because like
Sure.
they should have to understand you. If it was like a spell, then I could like wiggle with that, say it's not so much the words you're saying, it's the magic. But since I think it's really just the words, I don't think that it would work.
Okay.
So I'll say like I'll go back in time and say that you're aware that it had no effect on her.
So Ryan, how far apart are these columns from each other?
Roughly 8-10 feet.
Great. I will swoop behind one and hide. Oh wait, I can't hide. It's bonus action yet.
Okay. I'll give you half cover for right now, assuming she doesn't move.
Cool. That's what I
Okay.
got. I don't know if I need to roll anything for Captain trying to free people.
Yeah, give me a beak attack.
A beak attack.
Okay. And Gwen, you're up next.
So he rolled a 17.
Yeah, he hits.
Great. Do I need to roll damage on a chain?
Yeah.
Great. That's a 12.
Ooh, he does a lot of damage. He hurts his beak though. Ooh.
Oh, poor burp.
He chips his beak.
Oh no.
I'm not equipped for this. All right, so so that's gonna bring us to Gwendolyn.
I would like to go after the scary lady
Okay.
and hit her with my sword twice, please.
Okay. Go for it. Actually, go for it.
I was gonna say, I believe Joseph Haikila has redeemed character inspiration for Gwen.
Okay.
I have
So
it.
if it becomes relevant, go for it.
Wrote it down right there. Thank you, Joseph.
So roll.
Roll. Go, please. Go, web, go. 21.
Gosh. Okay. Yep.
And I'm just gonna roll both attacks, I think. And do I have to say I use my inspiration before I roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no! Wait. What do you mean? No.
Well, sometimes
sorry.
it's a reroll, so I don't know.
I thought you meant something different when you asked that. Yeah. If you rolled a 10, and hypothetically speaking, you could say, okay, I'm going to cash in my inspiration. Yes.
I'm gonna do that and see if I can roll better the second time.
You got this. You got this. Got this, Gwen.
Nope, I rolled an 11.
Hey, you did better.
It was a little bit
Yeah.
better.
Be specific.
So you do hit once.
Great. I do so much more damage than last time. 12, 16. 24 damages.
Okay.
Yes, girl.
Excellent. Good job. All right.
I'm not afraid of you, witch.
All right. And as you say that, she says something in a whisper to you that both you can't hear. And she's going to attack you for her using a legendary action. So she rolls a natural 1. Yep. Okay. So never mind.
That's the way this is going.
That's a terrifying amount of damage, though.
So she swings out over your head, but you duck under and just rakes the air above you. So
Yeah, Wolf
okay.
Gwen. Ooh.
So all right, Bolster.
Yeah, I think Bolster is going to. So the person that just got their neck sliced open, do they seem like they could be like healed in any way, or are they just gone? Like, are they dead?
I'm not a doctor, Travis. I don't know. You
Rough.
tell me.
Would I be able to tell?
I mean, they look bad. I'll say like in 6 seconds, they're probably not dead right away.
Okay, so what if I like cure wounds the person that just got their neck sliced open?
You can do that.
Okay, I'm gonna cure wounds that person.
Okay.
For 7 points of damage, and then Samathes is going to continue working on that chain of the other person, trying to save their butts.
Okay. Come on.
So
Come on.
Sam rolls 19 to hit.
Like a weirdo.
Sam
all right.
rolls 19 to hit.
Okay, you hit.
And does 8 slashing damage.
Okay, cool. So, you heal this and also, just want to take a little character moment pause. Little Bolster has such a grudge against Ocelot, using his precious spell slots to save his enemy from
People is
an enemy. People is people, I guess.
People is people.
So, I'm going to say, okay, we'll say that Samathes is able to grab the chain and begin to like rotate his hands around over and over and over again until like they eventually snap, and the thing or the creature that was suspended falls into the blood pool. Hey, Cooper, you can come in or stop whining. All right.
we should
Puppers, am I right?
we should definitely I definitely want Cooper Cashew to be a part of the stream more often. So
Yes.
that's gotta happen.
Okay. Sorry. What?
Nothing.
Nothing. We're all
Okay.
good.
Everything's fine.
Okay. All right. So, Bolster, bro, Bolster. Let's see. I think. All right. After as your turn ends, that is the end of your turn, right?
Correct.
Okay. She's gonna take another slash at you, Gwen. Actually, no. What she's gonna do? She's going to look at you, Gwen. Her eyes burning gold. I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay. That's a 17.
Clutch. Yeah. So you, in your wolfy form, and maybe somewhat emboldened by how badly she missed earlier, she stares at you, and you see like this dark magic coursing through her, but you've stared in the face of evil before and howled at the moon. No, I don't know. And so you just get right back in her face and like stare at her, and you can see almost a look of worry pass across her face as it has no effect on you. Okay, that's going to bring us to Vincent. So funny. I talked this fight up so much, but if they roll natural ones and everyone saves,
Yep.
and she goes last in initiative, like wham.
Okay. So seeing that the distraction isn't going to work, I'm just gonna, lady, I said pay attention to me, gosh dang it, and I'm gonna do Chaos Bolt at 2nd level.
Yeah, boy.
Okay.
So Chaos Bolt is a fun spell out of Xanathar's Guide, and at the higher level, there's gonna be an extra d6 of damage, but let me roll it first. Roll normal, 2nd level. And that's a nat 1 on the attack. Yeah, I can't do anything for that because I don't have Tides of Chaos back. So it just...
Okay. Yep. It just course that, and I think it doesn't even leave your hand. It just like begins to like tries to gather shape and it just like sputters out, and sparks kind of fall from your hand as the exertion from breaking down that spell last time. You're a little bit on your back foot. Anything else you can do?
Nope, because no quicken spell. I will just kind of take a couple steps back away from her. I did have a question. Did the language she was saying, did it sound like Celestial or Dwarvish? Because presumably it's not common.
It did sound like neither of those things.
Okay, so yeah, not... so yeah, that's the end of my turn. I don't understand the language, can't do anything, so I'm just chilling now, trying to make sure I'm as out of range of the blood scythe as I can be.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to do one more legendary action. She's really pissed at you, Quinn. I'm sorry. So she's going to take another slash at you. Does a 24 hit?
It does. My AC is 19 currently.
Okay. So take 17 slashing damage and 26 necrotic damage. And I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. That's a lot. I'm resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magical weapons.
Okay, we'll say you take is this magical? Well, we'll say the slashing part isn't. We'll just say that. So
Okay.
yeah. So take 8. And then tell me what that total is, so because I have to take half of whatever you take.
Okay. No, you take... I amplified it, so you take all of what I take and ignore necrotic resistance. So
Okay.
math.
Okay. All right, so 26 points of necrotic, because she doesn't take her own slashing damage.
All the damage I reflect back is necrotic.
Oh, gotcha. Interesting. Okay, cool. So she's going to take... that's all right. So that's... it's confusing me because like the damage you take, which was 8 slashing, But she takes that, right? 8, but
yeah,
as
this
necrotic.
curse deals damage equal to the damage
Okay.
you suffer, but it's all necrotic damage.
All right, so she
It
takes
deals
full damage,
necrotic damage.
and it's 34 points of necrotic damage. Oh boy. Okay. All right, yeah, that hurt her real bad. That's gonna bring us to Russell's turn. You're muted.
You're muted. Was I making a saving throw?
Yes,
I
you need to
forgot.
make a saving.
Which save is it?
Constitution.
'Cause I forgot because I made you do so much math. I'm sorry.
No, that's good. Good.
You got it, Gwen. You got it.
Oh, that's a 10.
Well,
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Roll me 3d6. Okay.
12?
So for right now, your hit point maximum is reduced by 12, and a dark magic courses over you. Roll me. I think in your experience, you may have run across something like this in the past. Roll me. Let's roll insight check.
Okay. 13?
Okay. Something is covering you, rotting within you, and you get the sense that this has maybe happened to one of your sisters before, but you know that healing magic will not work on you. Okay, so that's going to bring us to Rachel for real now.
Okay. So I'm going to kind of disengage from the pillar a bit, move towards Gwen, seeing her get rocked like a hurricane. So I'm going to, but as I move away, I'm going to use my bonus action to do a second level spiritual weapon that I'm going to use to attack the same chain that I attacked before. So leaving that there to finish what I was doing.
Okay.
Which I'll just go ahead and roll that. That's a 13 to hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're easy to hit.
And that's 8 force damage to that chain that I hit before.
Okay. Well, I think with the force damage, just like breaks the chain quickly.
Okay.
And that figure falls down.
And as I move towards this person, I'm going to do something new. I'm going to sort of grab onto the edge of the cloak and kind of, as I whip it forward, send out a black globule of ink, I guess, towards the and try to I guess she has to make a dexterity saving throw. It doesn't say what the DC is on the cloak.
Probably it should be probably 15.
Okay.
So she'll roll a dex save, which she is not good at. Yeah. So she fails with a 13.
So she's blinded for 1 minute.
Okay, but I think she makes saves at the end of her turns.
Yeah, con save at the end of her turn.
Okay. All right.
And then I rush up next to Gwen, spear and shield.
Okay. Let's see. What are her senses? Yep, she's blinded for sure.
for sure.
For sure she's blinded. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what she should do now. Yeah, she'll do this. She begins, she kind of gets worried and begins casting a spell blindly. Yeah, this has no sight requirement. Cool. And she begins casting a spell. Once again, it seems very similar to the one she casted earlier. As the things from the pool begin to bubble up. And I need... Let's see, when does it happen?
Oh, wait, this is the figures bubbling up again?
Yeah.
I will attempt to counterspell it again.
All right. You know the drill. Roll me a
Boy.
charisma check.
Yep. So let's see. Just putting that out there and charisma check. And no tides of chaos this time. That's a non-natural 20.
Yeah, boy.
Oh man, gosh, dismantled. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Once again, she's furious. She's very pissed right now, bleeding heavily. That's all she can do. Oh no, like the bloody scythe is gonna reach out blindly because I think it requires her to see. So it's going to come towards her because she thinks she remembers where it was and can kind of guess where Gwen's at. She's going to try to smack Gwen at disadvantage. Oh, buddy. Okay. So it's not a nat 20. It's just a 20. So you take 12 points of force damage as this bloody slashes into your back. And
No.
Gwen goes down. And let me do a con save real quick.
So to be fair, Gwen did get bought some healing from chat before this happened. Does she have to use it on her turn, or does it happen instantly?
No, it would happen on her turn. Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Because you've got healing closed off, I would count it as a death save success though, just auto success.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll go to Pace.
Okay. So first off, I'm gonna have, since Captain's hurting his beak trying to do this thing, he's just gonna fly over and help Bolster, and if to stop people from falling in the blood pool. Maybe he'll swoop down and like dig people out of it, like grab them out of it, get them out of the blood pool, like put them on the shore over there for his turn.
Okay. Oh, and I didn't describe it, but she wipes the ink from her eyes, and they're with a 21 Constitution saving throw. And she wipes the ink from her eyes, and her eyes are like with a black streak across her face. Her golden eyes are shining angrily and in fear.
Okay, so Captain's gonna help the folks, and I am going to attempt to shoot her with the rifle this time.
Shoot.
Blam blam. 17?
That is a hit.
Yes! Okay. So that's 18 radiant damage plus 2 more, so total of 20.
Okay. All right. Nice. Jeez Louise. Okay.
So, I guess I don't know that Gwen can't get healed, though, right? The Rosh is right there. I'm okay.
Rosh is right there.
It's fine.
Okay.
That's
Cool. And so with this, she's going to see Rosh right next to her. And she's going to take a legendary action and try to slash you.
I'm gonna give her disadvantage on that with warding flare.
Okay, I'm going to roll this with disadvantage. It's 15 to hit.
That's a miss.
Okay.
Yes!
Alrighty, ready. Let me get him out of here again. I'm sorry. He's not telling me what he wants. Or not picking a lane. Hey, buddy.
Pick your lane. Stay in your lane, Coop.
He's so cute.
Okay. All right. So excellent. That's going to bring us to Gwen, who will use her die to get an auto success. So we will move along. I think I think you're unconscious, but in this kind of hazy, not quite conscious state. You feel a presence with you as wordlessly, just friend is there with you, and you both hold on together. in kind of like in a non-literal like embrace. All right, so that's gonna get us to Bolster.
All right, yeah, Bolster, I think, is continuing to try and focus on getting these chains. He's beginning to think that maybe there's not a lot he can do to them, but I think he's going to... Is there like a lock on the chain or anything like that, or is it just these golden chains that are weird and magically golden?
They appear to be held by the gold forged at the base of the chain, or base of the columns on the other side. And kind of they seem just completely rigid. Like had you not seen them around, like melted against the walls and stuff, you would think that they're just statues.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to just continue to attempt to break this chain. Even though I'm trying to think of if I would have noticed Gwen go down. I probably would have, actually.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
But you have, especially with your robe of eyes, there's not an angle in the room that you're not aware of.
That's true. Okay. In that case, I would probably, how far up are these pillars? Like, is it like a long fall?
For you, yeah. It's like 10 feet. 10, 12 feet.
Oh, that's not...
It's not going to kill you, but like it's a long ways for you.
I'm going to jump down onto Gwen and cure wounds as I land on her.
Okay. That is all right. So you jump out and into the blood, pick yourself up, run another 15, 20 feet, and then hop on her.
Oh,
again.
I didn't realize how far away we were.
No, that's fine. But yeah, you can still get to her in a move. It's just that would be an impressive jump.
Okay. Sorry about that.
No, not at all.
Cool. And heal her for 9 points of damage.
Okay.
Samathes is going to continue attacking the chain that he's been attacking.
Okay. He already attacked that chain and completed his task, and he can move on to a second one.
Awesome.
We'll carry forward that natural 20 that Samathes rolled, and say it snaps another chain quite quickly. So that's
All
3
right.
down. There's 3 to go.
One of them somewhere is damaged by Captain, but he gave up.
Yeah. So as you're casting this cure wounds over Gwen, this sickly, blood-colored magic snaps out at your hands and kind of just breaks the spell in your as you're trying to cast it. So,
I think Bolster is going to yell out, Rosh, I can't do anything about this. There's something attacking the spell, and I can't help her. Rosh.
All right. Just going to bring us, before we get to Vincent, it's going to take us to the Blood Queen, who is unnamed, I guess. But she is going to, what is she going to do? She's going to try this one more time. She's going to try a blasphemous word. I need everybody, except for Gwen, to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
Wait. Wisdom. No, Constitution. It is Constitution. Not bad.
Okay. I got a 16.
21.
That's a 9.
Okay.
Bolster rolled a 13. Samathes rolled a 4.
Okay. All right. I think worth. So Vincent, you're stunned. And so are you, Bolster. But Bolster, you're only into the end of its turn. I need to remember to do that higher on the initiative tracker next time.
No, you don't.
Okay, so that's going to be all it can do. So Rosh, you managed to fight through this once again.
All right. Okay, so I am with what just happened next to me with Bolster and Gwen. Do I realize that the healing's not working, or is that
I think, yeah, we'll say that.
Okay. In which case, I'm going to call my spiritual weapon over to hit her first, to try to take her down before she can kill Gwen.
Okay.
So I attack with that first. That's a 14 to hit.
That's not going to do it.
Yeah, that's what I figured. So if that doesn't work, then I am going to... Here's a real, I think, dumb question. The ceiling above us is open, right?
It is not open. It goes 40 feet up. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Could I fire? Because I'm standing right next to her, and as far as me and her standing next to each other, is anybody in the air above us?
Not directly.
I'm behind a pillar now, so I no longer.
Yeah. Right.
If I fired a fireball in the air, could I do it so it would only hit the two of us?
Yeah. Yeah,
All right.
I'll allow that.
That's what I'm going to do then.
Okay.
Hoping it'll do more damage to her than me. Let's see. So I guess we both have to make dexterity saving throws.
Yep.
Spell.
Go for it.
Got this.
Let's see. That's the... I'm going to use my chat-given inspiration to try
Okay.
try to succeed on that. I still fail.
But you were so close.
I was so close.
I'm not gonna roll to see whether she succeeds because she has 3 hit points.
That would have been 31 points.
Yeah. So you slam the throw the fireball up into the ceiling. It explodes, raining down hellfire on you. Not quite all the way to the ground. This magically contained, broken from gravity. It burns you and her. She screeches as her body catches on magical fire, and she kind of stumbles backwards. Her skin beginning to curdle and twist, and she falls back into the pool of blood and smoking and dormant. And all right, well done, everybody. So you did it. That was a nice. Hold on, let me find where's the battle music? We're gonna go to break real quick.
Okay.
In just a second. If I can find the battle music, there it is. So you all beat a version of a Mummy Lord. Which is CR 15. Right. So
wow.
Good job, team.
Counterspell, good spell, y'all. It's real good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Thank you, Vincent.
Lot of missed rolls, a lot of force disadvantage on stuff. Yeah. This is why it's like I say, don't worry about balancing encounters. So good job, everybody. That was awesome. Well done. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. So stick around. Thank you to everybody in the chat who has helped out with rolls, because you have really helped out the members of this chat, even though it didn't seem like they were in that much danger. They really, really, really were. So thank you all so much. And we'll be back soon. All right. Bing. All right, welcome back once again to Wildspace. Our party has just soundly defeated someone once again well above their weight class. So well done, party. And we're just going to pick up where we left off. Is there music? I don't hear it. Maybe I have to replay it. But yeah, so...
you hear more soft singing in the distance.
Nope. Hard pass.
There we go. All right. So, yeah. And all the stuff that I wrote about what she knows, doesn't know. All right. Doesn't matter now. So, oh yeah. There you all are. Pace, you are up on a column
Sure am.
You all kind of, I think all of you are maybe a bit dazzled as the fireball like dissipates, as it kind of burst and blossomed out in the dark room, and when it goes away, in the center of the pool is standing Rosh, looking heroic
And on fire.
As always.
Yeah, the scent of burnt blood filling the air. Gwen is lying down, and the other creature is lying down a few feet away. Bolster, you're leaning over Gwen, and Vincent, you are, I think, just at the edge of the pool, right? Or
Yeah.
did you ever get in or something? And I'm going to say at this point, Gwen, can you roll me one more death save, please? And then we'll give people another chance to do stuff.
That's a 19.
Well done. Okay, that's 2 successes. All right.
Didn't she succeed before? So that would end up being the third success.
I only
this is her
succeeded
second
once, yeah.
success.
Okay.
Oh, but didn't we make the healing?
We
Count
did. That
as
was her
automatic.
first.
That was my only
her-
success.
That was her first
gotcha.
success.
Okay, my
Yeah.
bad.
Yep. Vincent, roll me a D100.
Yep. Okay.
I'm a swoop.
Sorry if I kill everyone.
Please don't kill me.
I swoop to Gwen.
That's a 43. Our custom table.
Okay. So you just right out next to everybody. You're standing at the edge of the pool, then you show up right next to everyone in a pop of space. And you can do that as much as you want.
I could get used to that. And bending over, doing what I can, but I know I'm not the medic in the group.
I immediately dropped down and tried to stabilize Gwen.
Okay.
With just healing knowledge.
Okay. Medicine check, I believe.
Okay.
Or do you have a healer's kit? Someone talked a lot about a healer's kit.
Me! I do.
I don't actually have one, no.
I said I was swooping, so I'd like to swoop and medical her.
Okay, I'll say you. Who do you want to administer it? I'll say one of you can, hold the kit and hand out ingredients to the other
I
person.
whip it
to
out. I'm
administer.
gonna do it, and I look at Rosh. I'm like, I'm gonna give it to
Okay.
it.
All right, so you can roll a medicine check with advantage as Pace helps you with
With a
this.
healer's kit, you don't have to make a medicine check.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yeah,
oh,
it just
never mind.
automatically stabilizes them.
Okay, JK.
There you go.
Gwen, you're stabilized. But those of you who cast magic, which is all of you, well, we'll say Pace doesn't because hers is of a different nature.
Thank you.
Sorry.
I was going to say, the med kits that we have, are those magical or are those science-based? Because I think
I'd say that there's. Are you talking about the potions? Or are you talking about
the things that you labeled as med kits, but are the
yeah. I should change the words on those. Those are magical.
Mine
Okay.
I had it previously from when we started the game, actually. So this is just herbalism.
No,
Yeah.
your healing
Okay.
kit is not magical. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about
Yeah.
I called healing potions like med kits, but I probably need to call them like some like the Metagel or something like that, or something like a Omnigel or Arcana something. Anyway, I have lots of notifications in Discord. Just notices of different sorts of. They're just catching me up on all the things that we've got purchased in chat. My bad. Okay, so okay, excellent. So that's going to be Gwen, you're stabilized. Sorry, that's a long way around to say that.
That means I'm still unconscious, right? I'm just not dying.
Yeah.
Correct. You are still unconscious,
Thank you.
but not dying.
Thank you.
No.
I think in my unconscious mind.
So is there any way to find out when she's okay for healing magic?
Probably, yeah.
Can I attempt something to figure it out?
What would you like to attempt?
You
You
not
can
very
attempt
good
an acrobatics check if you want. I just what do you want? What do you want to do?
I'm not very smart about things.
I want you to do sweet flips until I wake up.
Flips wizard. Man, I wish survival was more useful in this situation. Like, is there any... No, I don't know. I just sit there and fret. How's that? I just fret.
Okay. Yeah. I think your subclass lets you, whatever you roll, you can just take a 20 for a fret roll.
Yeah, thank you.
So yeah. So cool.
I'm noticing her fretting. I'm in the same. We should get everyone out of here.
You are right. You're right. And I will swoop back up and save the folks.
Okay.
Captain.
Yeah, you swoop and save. Who's up there? You find 3 humans, 2 gnomes, and an elf.
Cool. I have Captain and myself carry them all gently to safety on the ground instead of plopping them into 6 inches of blood.
Okay. All right. So, and there's a couple that have been plopped into the blood, and you can I
had Captain ferry them out earlier.
Yeah. Okay. So they are all kind of huddled. They're all seem to be somewhat emaciated, as if they have not had much food or water lately. And they're kind of staring at you in terror and with chapped lips.
Well, I mean, I am pretty frightened, to be fair.
Yes.
I will prestidigitate her clean. I'll prestidigitate the blood off of all
Can you
of
prestidigitate the horns and sharp teeth and lizard eyes and scars?
No.
No. Okay. So, all right. Let's do this in order. Pace is moving the members of Trilight Discoveries outside the pool. Rosh, are you helping? What are you doing?
If we can I'm getting Gwen out of the pool too, and I'm also dragging the body of the lady we just killed. Along with us, and I'm saying she's coming with us too. I have questions for her.
Please don't let me drown at the blood pool.
No, Rosh already pulled you out.
Yeah.
So are her eyes they just happen to be gold, or are they like gold eyes?
They are gold, they're not metal gold.
Aw. I wanted a trophy.
I mean, you can still cut them out.
I know, but it's not gonna last very long.
That's true.
Among all of us, we probably know.
Okay, so are you looking over? All right, so while Rosh is dragging her around, you're looking over for a trophy?
Frick yeah.
Okay, so give me an investigation check.
Great. I'm so good at this.
Just kidding. It's very simple. Because she's not wearing a lot. She's got a golden jewelry across her neck and shoulders. She's wearing kind of a golden headdress, and she has the golden talons. And around her neck, there's a part of the necklace. There's these crystals, which as they kind of the blood kind of comes off them a little bit as you pull her away from it. I think that you all recognize them as being very similar to the ones once embedded in your buddy Crystallum.
You said this was in the Blood Witch or in the Gold Ward Forged?
Blood Witch. Were you expecting the Warforged? Thanks. Was anyone looking at the...
Not yet, but because you said it looked like what was in Crystallum, who was a Warforged.
Oh yeah, the crystal that she's wearing around her neck is similar to the crystals that were embedded in Crystallum. All right.
If there's anything in here anybody's going to take, do so quickly because we need to go. All these people need medical attention desperately.
Can I... Okay, so did you say there was anything trophy worthy on the Blood Witch?
That's your call.
I'm taking her body if you want to loot it.
I'll loot it later.
Yeah.
Can I do some healer's kitting on these survivors? I know they're not stable, but can I just for flavor? I'm tending their wherever they were bleeding from, etc., etc.
Okay, sure. I think as you do that, let's say you bring out your water bottle or water skin or whatever it is to try to they're clean, but to hydrate them. As you open the top, it smells foul inside.
My water bottle?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And you think twice before putting it on them, as the water is just totally spoiled.
What happened to my water? Okay.
I mean, I don't know if Prestidigitate makes it safe to consume, but it can flavor things.
It can definitely flavor unpotable water, yes.
Don't do it.
Yeah, no, and I'm probably... Vincent is probably actually looking at one of the Golden Warforged, trying to figure out if it was actually at some point a living thing, or if it's just a statue very much like a Warforged.
Okay. Give me a investigation check.
Cool.
Can Bolster help out with that one as well?
Sure. You can have advantage.
Cool.
Ben.
I don't even have to Tides of Chaos it. That is a non-natural 20.
All right. So as you look at it, you notice a few things. You notice that the spear at its side, it's holding a chain, but the side there's a spear kind of like somewhat attached to its shoulder. You notice that the head of it is covered in a long dried blood. Its feet are muddy up to the knees. And its eyes are lifeless, completely lifeless. So you don't get the sense that this is just a statue, but it also does not have life, at least not currently.
Okay. This is probably getting more into Bolster's experience of whether or not there would be anything we can do to reactivate them. But,
I mean, he looks dead, buddy. I can take a closer look, but we might want to... I mean, if there's a way to pack them away, I mean, I know they're like made of gold, so they're pretty heavy. Yeah, it would take a lot of work to get them, but
we should tend to the living first.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Bolster, roll me an insight check.
Insight. It's just taking a second. I rolled a 5.
Yeah. Man, okay, yeah.
Oh, well. Yep, we should tend to the living.
Yeah.
Walks away.
And as you walk away, it's like... No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Okay, cool.
It's like the mannequin from I Am Legend all over again.
No. All right.
Yeah. So I think Bolster is gonna walk over, probably to the person that had their throat cut and that he cure wounds, and he's gonna be like, you better have been worth saving.
It's just, I think this person is freaked out of their mind. A moment ago, their throat was open and gushing, and they're fine now because magic, I guess. It's like, and they're just kind of shaking and not kind of hearing you, not really registering you. They're kind of like looking past you. This isn't, I'm not going to do another Eleanor thing again. I'm just saying just for right this moment.
Bolster, I think.
Well,
It's a good time for this.
We should get them back to the
Hey.
ship first.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Well, yeah. Well, about that, are any of our boats still working? I mean, we might need to go take a look at that. Well, let's
They're mud skippers and they were scuttled, but I assume they're in better shape than the ones we came in on.
Well, if anything, we should have enough parts to get at least one working, I'm sure. Let's I guess if these folks aren't in any kind of condition to talk, maybe we go topside and see how things are.
So before we go, Ryan, A, how heavy are the chains? B, can I get them? C, are they solid gold? That should have been higher on the order of the questions.
Yeah, they seem to be solid.
I want as many of them as I can carry.
What's your strength?
It is 12.
Okay. I don't know.
You would know Bolster has a magical bag.
That is a thing that I would know.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you gather all the chains.
I want to loot all the loose gold that I can.
Okay. All right. You do it.
Great. Thanks.
And who or is it? Sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to ask, you said when we came in here, there was a section, the part of the room that we couldn't see on the far side. We heard water rushing. Has anyone, no one's gone over there yet, have they?
Nope.
I sure could while I can still fly super fast.
I was going to just be walking over there.
That's cool. You could do
Okay. All right. So you walk
So
over
you
there.
can fly behind me if you see me walking.
And I can teleport over there for the next like 30 seconds or so.
Yeah. All right. So are the three of you doing that right now?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And
Okay.
then casting light once we're over there.
Okay. As you get over there, Rash, you step over these rippling waters as what it looks like the floor sinks somewhat, the stones begin to slant slightly, and water is beginning to rise up from below. At least that's what it appears like at first, but as you get closer, you notice that there's a drop off, and there's actually very deep water, maybe some sort of pool or of some kind towards the end or towards the back, and you can't see very far down, but as Vincent and Pace, you see this from above with your dark vision, and everyone does once Vincent casts light on what exactly?
Whatever pendant I have on at the moment.
Okay, so you cast light on yourself, and you see a shape underneath the water. Actually, several shapes. You see, or two. One, you see what looks like a dark rectangle, kind of glinting gold towards the bottom of the water. And then circling around it is the form of perhaps a 40-foot-long alligator.
Is it alive or dead?
Doesn't appear to be moving.
Darn.
I'll kind of... No. Whoa, hold on. There's a critter in the water, or it looks like
I would
it.
like to approach,
Okay.
but with primeval awareness. I would like to approach in a... Here, let me click. I have an innate ability to communicate with beasts, and they recognize you as a kindred spirit.
Okay.
So I'm going to approach, if it's alive, hopefully this will have it not bite me. If it's dead, I would like to know that.
Okay. So Pace spends a minute. What, right? No, it's just an
It's just always.
That's a different one. You aren't getting a response.
No, lizard foot. Okay, I would like to... I don't know. Do we want this?
The alligator or the
Yes.
thing that it's around?
Both.
Are you certain that it's not alive?
I'd like to walk closer to it.
I'm taking steps back as the only person that can't fly or teleport right now.
You can't really tell if it's alive, like from. It's kind of deep down. It's like it gets too murky after. The waters aren't as bad as they are up and like out in the swamp. So like you have a lot more visibility up here, but you still can't see. It's like it may be like 30 feet deep down there. You can only see clearly maybe 15 feet, but you see the shape outline clearly, but it all just looks like a silhouette.
Okay, this
All right,
is
Pace
probably a terrible idea, but I'm going
about
to...
jump in.
Because I can get away faster, I'm going to go poke the alligator and be ready to teleport away if it does anything. Because I have maybe like 10 seconds left of
That's
teleport.
fair. I can
Okay.
agree with this.
All right, so you bloop into the water, just like not even swimming, just bloop, bloop, bloop. And you get down, and what you see as you get close is that this is an enormous statue. that is circling around what now you can see is what looks like a golden sarcophagus.
Okay. I will boop, 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 back out, let them know that. Hey, Bolster, we maybe got something for Samathes to lift out of here.
Hang on, let me get it. Here, maybe we can use some of this chain. And I kind of like have Samathes fly over. I think I'm like hanging on to Samathes' leg, just kind of hovering over. And I kind of reach into my bag and I pull out some chain and kind of wrap it around him and kind of hover over the water. I'm like, is this right here? All right, you might need to help me kind of fasten this around here. And I kind of use Samathes as like a helicopter to like hella lift the thing out of the water. So
you're airlifting the sarcophagus out? Okay, cool.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll say that takes 15, 20 minutes, but yeah, you successfully do that.
I would like to say for the record that I think this is probably a bad idea.
Well, we'll be ready to kill anything that comes out of the sarcophagus with fire.
I look at Gwen's unconscious form. Yes, we are very ready for that.
Fair point.
I wanted to see what is over here, but I don't know if now's the best time, like Pace is pointing out, to open up another box.
Does it look like it's been opened previously in the past?
Yeah, I would say there's a seal around it that, like a wax seal that is broken around the side.
On second thought, maybe these people who came for the digging opened this. That's where she came from, and it is okay now.
All right, that's fine, but I'm just letting you all know that if something comes out of it, I'm running with Gwen, and everyone else should do the same.
Well, yes.
Maybe we should get the people we rescued back up to their makeshift camp first.
Why don't I just go ahead and start doing that, and you all open up Pandora's box?
I send Captain to help them.
Okay. All right, so you begin to move the still manacled people, but they're no longer like hanging from the columns. And you move them up the stairs as the rest of you, the three of you, remain behind to check out the sarcophagus. And Gwen is lying unconscious down there as well.
I'm taking Gwen with the others.
Okay.
I think Captain's going to hang out with Gwen specifically.
Okay. All right. So, what do you do?
Well, now that I think about this, maybe this isn't such a good idea, but it's a big gold box, and
Our sheep is kind of broken. That's my logic.
I say we open this thing and see what we got.
I pull a crowbar out of my backpack.
Okay.
I will back up a little bit and ready in action to cast Firebolt if anything pops out of the sarcophagus.
Okay.
Bolster and Samathes will do the same.
I will attempt to open it.
Strength check with advantage.
Thanks.
With the crowbar.
I'm not very strong. Is it just strength or is it athletics?
It is not athletics. It is strength.
Dang it. 17?
Yeah, that's actually going to do it.
Shoot.
So you crack open the sarcophagus and slide back the lid, and inside is just rippling water and some rags floating there.
Ugh.
Nice.
I think Pace actually makes that noise of like, ugh.
Well, wait, is there anything in the water at all, or
They are
is it
rigged.
just...
I pick him up and put him on my shoulder so he can see.
Yes. And you see looks to be a sarcophagus filled with nothing but water and rags floating.
Well, I guess this is just a gold box that had a dead person in it. That's
It's
great.
still gold.
Are you all still alive back there?
For now.
We are alive, yes.
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna try and fly this thing out of here because we got to pay for some repairs and, you know, a new gun for the ship. Honestly.
And I wave at him with my mitten. And other things.
And many other things, Pace.
Well,
all
you
right.
all figure that out. I wanna go take a look at, go take another look at the Warforged, see if there's anything that comes to mind about trying to reactivate them, or if we're just gonna have to leave these 4 ones here.
Maybe we should get stuff to the ship, and then maybe we can pick these guys up and bring them back with us as well. Just see
Possibly,
if we
yeah.
can maybe
Yeah. So
resuscitate them.
what it may make sense to do now that we have more or less cleared this out is we get, what we can carry and the survivors back to the ship, and then if we feel like coming back to get anything else, we can fly over. I can stay with the ship, and we can sort of airlift things in and out that way.
Yep, I think that's a good plan.
Okay, so I want you as a group to tell me what you want to accomplish, because you're kind of not really necessarily on a clock necessarily.
Mhm.
So just tell me what you want to do, and we can kind of fast track all this stuff. So I'm assuming you want to get someone needs to fix unless you're going to walk it. Someone needs to fix the mud skippers. So
Bolster and I will get to work on that.
All right, so Bolster and Ben work on that. It's going to take you a couple hours because it's going to take you a while to get the parts out from the destroyed craft and get into the one that's mostly okay, but get it to a place where it's working. Are you going to try to get both of the mud skippers working or just one? And just to remind you of what they can do, they have 6 seats and they have a pickup truck space. So if you want to bring this sarcophagus with you and everybody, then you're going to need 2 at least.
Yeah, we want 2 of them.
Okay. All right. So that's going to take you about 3 hours to do that. Go ahead and roll me a d4. Okay. So go ahead and you come conscious after 2 hours. And if you want to do anything, we'll meet up with that in a second. But for right now, I'm just going to get the broad concerns down. So anything else that you want to do? I'm assuming you're going to move all the researchers into one of the mud skippers and the sarcophagus in the other. Is there anything else you want to get or do for right now?
Putting her body not in the sarcophagus, but in the skipper.
Okay.
One thing I want to check on, she has a necklace, you said, of all of the pieces of gold forged that we saw.
Yep.
I just take this and hold it up to Vincent or Bolster and say, has anyone thought about trying to put these back where they came from?
That is certainly a thought.
That's not a bad idea.
Yep. Should we be ready in case they're not necessarily happy about waking up? I don't know what their mental state was like when they got shut off.
I turn to one of the 6 people that were there and say, do any of you know or remember what happened with them? Were they attacking you or?
Yeah. One of the gnomes speaks. We were just here trying to get the conduits back online, but something else happened. These things came alive and they started chasing us down, hunting us. They brought us to that blood pool. Chained us up.
Okay.
Which one of you is Cassian?
You left Cassian hanging back up there.
I see.
So let's not put these back.
Yeah. I don't know. I can maybe turn these into some nice jewelry, though. I guess that would be akin to making jewelry out of bones of an organic creature. Some cultures do, but I'll get back to it.
In which case, we're doing the fast tracking. I'm just tending to the wounds of everyone.
I would like to grab Rush and take them with me to... What's the word I'm looking for? Explore the temple and take rubbings if necessary and see if anything looks familiar to what they read in rubbings of like those etchings on the wall.
I know. I'm just
Okay.
kidding.
I know, which is
If they look like anything that they read in the book of Arlean cults, specifically related to gates.
Okay, I was going to... I hope no one dies while I'm gone.
I patched them up already. Come on.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna say you don't see anything that's like very, very obvious, but let me try to pull up my notes on kind of just the basics of what you see.
If there's a language written on any of the walls that I
There
can't...
There's a language that you can't read.
I cast tongues.
And you lick them, they taste gross.
Preston, did you take them first to clean them?
Okay, they taste great.
Well, hold on. Actually, no, it's just that I hear. Never mind. I thought it was something that I could read to. My bad. That's
It's
good.
like, well.
That would have been great for the dead lady, and maybe we'll get back to that. But
Okay.
Never mind. I thought that gave me the ability to read.
Okay. You see, all right, so some common motifs you see are kind of what looks like an eye, figures carrying an eye over their heads, in front of their people, in front of, like, into battle. You see soldiers, skull-faced helms, long spears. You see starships, scenes of Arlean figures standing alongside creatures you don't recognize, backdropped by scenes of strange plants and peculiar-looking buildings, everything alien. See many images of war. You see monstrous creatures all locked in, struggled together. You see a repeated figure holding the head of one of these skull-faced figures, surrounded by limbs. In the next, they're putting the dismembered figure back together. In the last, they stand together before an opening filled with countless stars. You see some text, but not much. Very... if Bolster's nearby, he could kind of he can touch them and read some of them, but they're very like just vague nouns like journey, discovery, conquest, plunder, something about the first ones, and let's see, one more thing. So the last thing you see is like what looks like an eye in the center of a ring of a multitude of creatures, each different from another, and surrounding the entire picture, something else, another shape, looming around and above it, with tendrils outspread, swallowing everything. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to move everybody to the ship and say like you moved. We can talk about where you put everybody in a second if it becomes necessary, but we'll say for right now, where are you going to put the 6 people who are totally not prisoners, but maybe prisoners? Are you going to remove the manacles from them?
I would think so.
Yes.
Okay. Are you?
I don't think Bolster would, but I'm assuming we are.
Or
Okay.
As we are, I guess, driving, at some point over this time, Vincent would have tried to, engaging in conversation, being the charismatic fellow that he is, try and suss out if they actually know that they are a subsidiary of Ocelot, or if they have no clue what or who they were actually working for.
So you're asking them about this?
Yeah, but trying to do it in a casual way of like, oh, Trilite Discoveries. I think I saw them somewhere, before all this. What is it that you all do again?
Okay, so let's roll me a persuasion check.
Sure.
You know what my favorite cat is? It's an ocelot. You know what ocelots are?
That is a 21.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to say that we're not going to play this out. I'm just going to I'm going to say that you're able to kind of get them comfortable, get them kind of talking a little bit, talking about who they know they're associated with. You can't get anyone to drop the name Ocelot without actually just calling out Ocelot. I know that for a fact. But I think you get the sense that they know that they work for, the people that you're talking to. Two of them mentioned that they're researcher interns. Don't seem to have a great amount of idea of like where all the money's coming from. One of the gnomes is a biologist. One of the humans is a security officer. Two of them are like researcher assistants, and one is kind of an organic physicist. The security officer and the physicist, like, they seem to be a little bit more, reserved when you kind of talk about those questions, but no one is admitting anything right like that. They just say we got paid to come out here. We were this venture was kind of ran by Dr. Lachelle Forgrave, and that was the head of operations here. And and then they kind of don't talk much more about that. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think based off of that, it's at some point as they're working on things, Vincent would talk with Bolster, try and pull Pace aside as well, and just you two have the biggest bone to pick with Ocelot. Some of them maybe know what's up, but most of them don't seem to have a clue that they were really working for Ocelot.
You want me to ask them straight out?
You could, but think about what they just went through.
That's fair.
Either way, I don't think these are big enough fry. They're big enough fish to be worth the effort of punishing them for the sins of the father, as it were.
Punish, I just want to ask. Like, literally, just speak the words like, hey, Ocelot?
It's like you're offering them food or something. Hey,
do you spice?
You want some of this ocelot? Huh?
I'm more of a lynx man myself.
But we could also just keep them with the animals. We pretty much lock the bay all the time anyway, just in case the cages break or whatever, so.
Yep. Probably best course of action for now until we can figure something else out. But do keep an eye on it, and I would point out it was the security officer and the physicist who kind of clammed up a little. And so
I looked directly at them from 30 yards away.
Okay.
Those two seem to, if any of them know that they're working for Ocelot, it's them too.
That is good to know.
Yep.
Okay.
And at some point I'd also convey this to Gwen and Rosh, but I wanted the opinions of the Ocelot haters first.
We should definitely take the manacles off. That is not very comfortable, nor is it conducive to healing.
Yes. Yeah. And get to work on getting those off.
I hang out with Bolster for a bit. I'm assuming, like, if Vin goes to, like, go talk with Rosh and Gwen and the report, I'm just gonna hang back with Bolster for a bit.
All right. So here's the questions that I have. Mm-hmm. Where are you keeping them?
In the bay with the animals.
Okay. Are you locking the bay?
Oh yeah.
So they can't wander around the ship.
Truth.
You're just locking them in the cargo bay.
Yep.
All right. Help manage to jury rig something up and can get the hangar bay door, because this whole ordeal of you fixing the mudskippers and getting everything loaded in, that took you like 5 or 6 hours, and Help's been working on it all day. And so by the time you all get back, he's got it working. Do you want anything else from anything?
Yes. Are you saying at the temple or on this planet?
On the planet. Just because I want to. We could spend a really long time like going minutia, but like I just like everything that you want. Tell me
We want
right now.
Kitty. We want Kitty.
Okay.
Want Kitty?
All right, so you get Kitty.
Want the interesting stone thing from that, like the weird oval stone.
Okay.
From the lab. That seemed important. But yeah, those are the main things.
Wasn't there also like a volcanic rock stone in the first room we entered?
Oh yeah, in the temple.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know if we want that. None of us ever actually took a look at it.
I go and punch it with my mitten.
What? Why would you? No. Why would
Someone
you punch
stop
it?
me.
All right, you just
Bolster
punch it and it
stops
seems
you.
to be hard rock. Just it's like the whole
Okay,
thing is just like it's built into the ceiling.
But nothing bad happens? Oh, in the ceiling?
Yes.
I look back at Bolster. I don't.
I would probably like detect magic, see if it's anything special.
No, it appears to be inert.
All right. I don't think this is anything. I think we should probably just leave this fella alone. It's not magical.
All right. I
Yep.
will wander away.
I think Bolster would probably spend some time getting Kitty set up in the ship, probably in the kitchen, kind of trying to figure out a power source for
Okay.
him and everything.
That's probably going to happen on the journey.
Sure.
All right. So Kitty, the strange purple thing. You have 6 prisoners, and you have the sarcophagus, and you have the body of the blood lady.
They're not prisoners. They're just mandatory guests who can't do what they want.
Is there anything else?
What was that, Sean?
Are we taking the robot with us too?
Kitty?
Yeah.
Or yeah, I think the plan is to try and get Kitty
Yeah,
installed in our mess hall.
Yeah. Right now, Kitty is just kind of like not installed in the mess hall yet, but he's just kind of like thrown into the cargo bay, and that will be something that will you can do on your journey back.
Okay.
All right.
Right. Nothing else? We're
I just
good?
like to casually intimidate the guests.
Just one more thing.
Explain to me a casual intimidation.
That
I'm just
would be
going
good.
about my life, but I'm being intimidating about it.
You should be like,
So what are you doing?
Man.
Like drinking a Pepsi and like.
No, I mean, like, since they're in the bay with my animals, like, I go and, like, feed raw meat to my animals and just, like, look directly at them while I do it.
I've never been
Nice.
intimidated by someone just like giving an animal raw meat. I mean, like, oh, look how tough they are.
I'm trying to imply I could feed them to my animals, is what I'm trying to imply.
Oh, so I mean,
wow.
yeah.
This
I
could
guess
be
if I
you.
have to be overt about it, then
I
that's
really don't know how to arbitrate a casual intimidation. I'm sorry.
I mean, I
mean,
never
it-
intended to roll for it because I'm a
You're,
minus 2.
you're just lifting weights, really heavy weights in their presence.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, Gwen, you're conscious. I'm going to ask you, what is there anything that you want to do before the planet is left?
No.
No.
No. I don't know. I guess I probably wake up and talk to whoever is sitting there awkwardly staring at me at the time.
Yeah, I think
I assume one of you is
Bolster-
doing that. That's usually what happens when I wake up. Is that one of you is like looking at me.
someone's like staring at you creepily.
Well, I did leave Captain with you, so there might be a giant pterodactyl face in your face.
Yes. That would be a great way to wake up. Yeah, I think Bolster would want to talk to Gwen at some point and be like, so, when that creepy blood witch person was attacking us, she said something about the sword that you were using. It said it apparently belonged to your brother. Or her brother, not your brother. That'd be weird. Sorry about that.
It would.
Apparently
I don't have
that-
a brother.
sorry to make that confusing. She also remember when she said that word that was like real awful? Well, I understood it because of my little translator doohickey, and she was talking about some character named Volhai. And I don't know if it's important or not, and I don't know who would know that name, but I just figured I needed to share to someone. So, yeah. Volhai. Seems like a bad dude. I don't know.
Possibly. I don't know, Bolster.
Yeah. Well, I guess the more each of us knows, the more we can put these puzzle pieces together. How you doing?
I'm alright.
A little better. Gave us a scare back there. I'm glad you're back.
Me too.
All right. Well, back to work. I trudge off. Yep.
Okay. So, are there any other scenes that anyone wants to have happen before you take off from the planet?
I would like to talk to Bolster. Unless Bolster wants to
Hey,
do something
Pace.
first.
What's up?
How are you feeling, Bolster?
Well, honestly, I'm not doing great. I can only bear so much of just worrying about people dying around me. I feel like I'm surrounded by people dying or near death or all of it. It's just kind of been that way ever since leaving home, you know. And first it was you and Gwen almost died, and I don't know, it just seems like it keeps happening all around me. I don't like it, and I don't like that I feel like it's my fault somehow.
I go and I sit down cross-legged next to him. Bolster, it is not your fault. I was reckless, and I paid for it. And even though I did, it was you, and it was everyone else who brought me back. If you want to blame yourself for something, don't forget to blame yourself for the good things. You have helped us so many times.
I think Bolster's ears they're like down like this, and they just kind of like come up like this. And his tail kind of curls around him, and he just kind of smiles. He says, "Thanks a lot. You're a good friend. And we got to fix that hand of yours."
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that, but we'll have to talk about it. So, how do you feel about the people that we now have on our ship? We sort of talked about it, but not really.
I don't even know anymore.
I know, I am mixed about it.
Well, Ocelot's real big, and technically, I was an Ocelot employee if you really want to think about it. But, it's a big, bad company. And, I want to make sure we're on the right side. I kind of feel like the Concord maybe would be able to protect us from Ocelot, but
haven't we been
honestly,
hiding from the Concord?
I don't know. Well, I guess, but just seems like there's one thing big enough in this entire universe to protect us from this big old awful conglomerate, and that's the Concord. But yeah, maybe there's nothing that can protect us from anything. We just gotta look out for each other.
That's what I was going to say. Bolster, let me tell you from someone who is a little tall, sometimes being big does not make you better at fighting big things. Sometimes big things are brought down by little things.
I like that.
So I think we are doing all right. And whether or not they are good or bad, they are still people, and we help them. And I'm going to keep a very close eye on them.
a good call. Thank you, Pace. And I think he puts his little paw in your, like, melted metal hand.
Yeah, my mitten. I give a little squeeze. Okay.
Okay.
That's all.
Good talk.
I give a big
All
sharp
right, are we ready
smile.
to get out of here? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Nice.
Vincent probably needs my help. Okay. And I go and I help
Let's go.
navigate us. That's all. That's all I got.
All right. And I think Bolster goes back to the engine room and begins spooling things up. And giving high fives to help for getting out all of our getting our ship repaired while we were away.
Yeah, also, while I was in the bay, I want to check up on the book in the canister. Make sure it's not out of the canister.
The book is not out of the canister, but as you return to it, what was at least half, or the canister is now filled up maybe a third with mucus. As it's still kind of roiling and pressing up against the wall, like suction things. And it's just pressing up against it. But whatever Ocelot made this canister out of, it's good stuff.
Great. Good for one thing, at least. That's all.
Okay. Okay. Rush, what do you want to do?
I'm taking the dead body to the med bay and putting it there on one of the cots or whatever. I don't think we really have like an autopsy table or something because that really wouldn't be me. But yeah, just on one of the cots that we normally would have in the med bay since nobody's in it right now.
Okay, cool.
But otherwise, I don't have anybody that I was going to talk to unless somebody needs to talk to me.
Okay, let's go to Vin. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Kind of. I mean, actually go and talk to Rosh about, so why are we taking the body exactly?
I'm going to ask her questions as soon as I've had a moment to rest.
Sure. And this asking her questions, well, I believe I'm a little familiar with the methodology, but it's not going to make her come back to life and all crazy when we're in the middle of deep space, is it?
No, honestly, I don't know if it'll even work. I don't know what she is. But no, it'll be an opportunity to maybe find out a little bit more information.
Sure. What was my other question? Well, when you do talk to her, maybe have Bolster around because he seemed to be able to understand her, just in case.
Yeah, I think everybody should be there when I do speak with her.
Good call.
But I can't do that today anyway. I'm going to need to rest.
Yeah, I think we all need a rest.
Mm-hmm. But perhaps we should lock this door just in case.
Good call. So we do that. I don't have anything else more to say at that point. And then after saying goodbye, good evening, whatever time of day it is to whatever time of day it is to
It's
to
late
Rush.
night. It's like past midnight.
So yeah, I will head off to my bunk because I think we've done whatever preparations we need to depart in the morning, and I will attune to that dagger.
Okay. Cool. So, as you attune to, let me find it. I gotta go to your sheet. Excuse me. Pardon me.
I just realized if I put her in the med bay, I have nowhere to sleep.
I thought you had the
Does she sleep in the
solarium.
solarium?
No, because because Eleanor's in it,
Oh, yeah.
and I was going to sleep in the med bay.
You can sleep in my room. Pace will camp with the animals and the prisoners.
Okay. I guess that's better than camping with the body.
Musical beds.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna edit this sheet for you real quick, and I'm gonna keep this just for you. Let's see if anything else I want to add. Okay.
I have an interesting history with weird daggers in D&D.
All right, so, and then. Sorry, typing something.
We can tell when you're typing things.
Yep.
I know.
Clackety clack 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 clack.
Yep. So, I think we'll wait until next time because we are running a little late to talk about what this dagger does, but it's kind of cool.
Kind of.
It does some neat things.
Okay. So,
Excited.
all right. So, you all get well-deserved rest. Just gonna say right now, you're definitely gonna level up, all of you.
Yay!
You get a full night's rest, and then on the following, you lift off, leave the planet's surface as the rain is pounding on the windows. You break through that heavy atmosphere, pull out, leaving the temples behind, and begin to make your course back towards Yuval Station. With Pace guiding the way on navigations, she gives Vincent the correct coordinates on which way to run. And Vincent's like, I remember it already, thank you. But yeah. So, so the following day, maybe about mid-afternoon, what did you all want to do? Yes?
So I need to make an injury roll. That's still a thing.
Yep, that is still a thing. Just went down once, so roll me a d8, please, or Constitution save first. Sorry.
15.
I believe that. I guess technically you were unconscious, but you weren't there for that. So, wait, Constitution save throw is easy. 10 plus half your character level rounded up. Okay, so yeah, 13. Yeah, that's fine. You got it.
Yay!
So you're fine. You're fine. All right. So, what's the next thing?
Bolster wants to get Kitty up and running.
Okay. We'll play that out later, but yeah, you will. I believe you. I think you start getting helped and Sam Matisse to help move Kitty into the mess hall, and you begin the installation process.
I was going to gather everyone for a quick convo. Two things, everyone. I talked to Vincent about this. One, I think I can attempt to try to talk to this person that we killed, and see what was going on there. Two, where are we going next?
Well, don't we need to go back to the station and report to Petra?
After that.
Oh.
Maybe we try and start heading back towards your temple.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, I think that's a good plan.
I was going to suggest that not helping Eleanor is obviously top of the list, but I think there have been a lot of questions brought up, and we have that book, and there are a lot of things that we need answers to. But should we try talking to this person?
Actually, I should say this. This might change the conversation a little bit. Gwen, when you wake up, roll me 3d6, please.
$13.
Okay. your hit point maximum drops by another 13. And a long rest did not restore your hit points.
So she's still unconscious?
I think technically she should be, yeah. But
Okay.
I'm gonna say you're at 1 hit point.
I thought she stabilized to 1 after 2 hours.
Well, stabilize brings you to 0, not 1.
Yeah,
She's
if
already
she
stabilized.
Oh no, after 2 hours. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the medicine check. Yeah, like normally, yes. But now and no. But I'm gonna say because I don't want to like go back and overwrite anything. She's at 1 hit point.
Okay. If she hasn't regained consciousness, or she is
conscious. She just looks real bad.
Okay. In which case, I would have attuned to a couple of spells when I woke up, and I probably would have just cast them on her in quick succession.
Okay.
One would have been Lesser Restoration. The other would have been Remove Curse. Just
okay.
All the borders that I have.
Okay. Yeah. The first one doesn't seem to do anything. As you're but you switch tactics and start casting this different spell, and you feel something pushing up against you that's wrapped around her. You try to pull away with it as you're like weaving the spell, and there's a bit of a tug and push and pull, but you manage to crack it and break this curse. And Gwen, you feel much better.
For good measure, I'll just dump a 3rd level.
Actually, Lesser Restoration might have brought her max HP back up. Is that what that does?
It just 1 disease or condition affecting a condition to be blind and deaf and paralyzed poison. So
let me read this thing real quick. Okay, now the curse stops. Like breaking the curse stops that. So yeah, your hit point maximum is brought back up to what it is now. What it was. Mine it. Yeah, because it's been a long rest. Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
All right. So that's probably a good place to stop it because we're past 10 Central right now. Good job. You saved people. Got lots of XP-bles. If everyone can, first off, say goodnight. Say goodnight to the good people in chat who saved your lives many times over.
Thank you, chat.
Night, chat.
Thank you so much. Once again, be back here on Saturday for Survivors Complex, next Monday for Apocrypha, and a week from this Thursday, a brand new campaign featuring Lindsay as a GM, and it's called Tidefall. Keep an eye on our Twitter for that. So for some teaser stuff for it. So definitely subscribe to us here or follow us here. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow on Twitter. Different verse or different social platforms, buddy. Yeah, but thank you so much for spending this time with us. We really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun tonight. Good. I'll see you all later. And good night, Internet. Thanks.
Good night, Internet.